What's going on, guys? Knoxville 363. Lucky for you guys, I had quite a few requests to do a ZTE Warp versus Motorla Triumph, and DJ was like, "Hey, dude, I just opened one up, so if you want to do a little review with it, you're more than welcome to." And so to show you guys that it is brand new, you can see that the sticker's still on it. Obviously the stickers, and so is this one that's on top of the camera. So let's review these two phones, shall we? Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to notice is obviously the buttons are a little bit better placed on this phone, where they're more distinct as opposed to the Warps, which are a little bit. Now you can see the difference. When these are lit up, obviously they show a lot better as opposed to the Triumphs that are clearly visible even without them being lit up. They are about the same exact size as I covered before. The screens, the screens are the same size. The main thing is that they're shaped differently. They are about the same width. However, the button placement is quite different. Obviously the volume rocker is going to be on your right side as opposed to the Warps on the left side. And your power sleep button, it's no longer on top. There's your headphone jack, they're both on top. This is going to be your power sleep button, and there is your charging, which obviously I really wish the Warp would have had instead of the side. So let's get going. Let's show you guys what comes stock on the Triumph. Sorry, I'm not used to this. Oops. I was trying to go through it really quick. So obviously we're still on stock. I didn't add anything. All I did was I put it on Wi-Fi just so I can see it. One thing I will say real quick is that the screen does, it's not to say that it's not as good as the Warps. However, I think that it's a little bit more responsive on the Warp. Not to say you're going to have any problems if you use this particular device. However, it's just really noticeable first feel from it. Same layout, obviously. Here's your app drawer on the bottom. Scrolling, once again, just it's a little less sensitive and moves a little bit slower, just because I'm pointing out the obvious. Now if we go into our settings, I'll scroll all the way down, go to About Phone. Now this is still on Android 2.2.2 as opposed to the Warp, which is on Gingerbread. Now this phone is not activated, so I cannot do much with it. Obviously, YouTube and everything pretty much looks the same. Play a video really okay. Ooh, force close, not cool. Shuffle, whatever this is. Now the speaker, which I like, is on the front. I will say that this particular speaker, I would definitely say that the speaker is a lot louder and nicer on the Triumph when you're comparing it to the ZTE Warp. I'm not used to this volume rocker being on this side. That's really getting annoying. Now one thing that a lot of people really wish the Warp would have had was the front facing camera. So let's just run through that really quick. Here's the camera. Obviously keep in mind that there's this lens on that's covering it up, so I can't take that off because he still has to send this phone back. You will notice going back and forth that there is still lag in it. It does not get eliminated, so it's the same thing as the Warp. However, now let's go to the front camera. Ooh, it's me. It is a little fuzzy. Once again, it does blur when you move it back and forth. However, if you're using Skype or Tango, something along those lines, it's definitely would not present a problem as to if you were having a conversation with somebody. Do I think that it would come in clear? Absolutely. I kind of really, man, Really wish that the Warp would have had this built into it, and I really hope Boost Mobile does incorporate a front-facing VGA camera on their next phone. That would be awesome. So I mean, that's the main thing. Let's go through the settings really quick. It is a 5 megapixel camera. There are quite a few more settings as far as picture size goes. Other than that, your options are pretty much the same. Saturate, all these. I would say that the camera is pretty much equal. I wouldn't say that's any better. I do like this zoom feature, as opposed to having used the volume rocker, which the Warp uses to zoom in. I don't know why they did that, as opposed to just making it easier. Flip it over to the camcorder. I don't know why they have it set up like this little landscaping box that surrounds the picture instead of just making it full picture. That might bother some people. To me, it's no major issue. So that's just what really quick what the camera looks like. I mean, once again, this phone is not activated. It's brand new, so therefore I cannot really go too much into like the App Store or anything like that, because you need to activate or enter in your Google or your Gmail information or to access a lot of different things. But that was just a really quick run through. He said he opened it up, so I figured I'd go through it really quick. Let's see what the other wallpapers are. Let's go through Nexus. Now this app, I don't think I went through it on my phone to show you guys how it is. So yeah, it's pretty cool. When you touch the screen, the colors kind of go all over the place. Very, very comparable to the ZTE Warp, even though they're running on two different Android systems. Once again, this is only available for Virgin Mobile, which is basically the sister company of Boost Mobile. I would definitely suggest that if you do not use your phone a lot and you don't want your bill to be as high, you still get unlimited access on everything as far as data goes. You just don't get unlimited minutes. So if you don't use your phone, you want a great phone. Correction, sorry about that. If you don't use your phone a lot for talking, I would definitely suggest that you go with the Virgin Mobile route, because it does use a Sprint 3G. Same thing as Boost Mobile, however your monthly bill isn't as expensive. If this is your first Android device, you're not going to have any issues with it. If you're used to Boost Mobile's phones, the button layout you're going to have to get used to it. Like I said, the volume rocker being on this side, power sleep that side. Other than that, I'm actually very impressed with this device, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to check it out and review it. If you guys have any specific questions in reference to the Virgin Mobile, this Motorla Triumph, feel free to leave a message below or send a message. And before DJ ships this phone back to the company, I will definitely try to shoot that video. So try to make your request pretty soon, so I can make sure I handle that before he gets rid of this phone, because having a live Virgin Mobile phone in the store is actually kind of rare. He just got this phone in an Optimus V that's live. So thank you guys for watching, and once again, if you have any more questions in reference to a comparison video for the two phones, please make sure you let me know. Thanks for subscribing.